I think I've already sent mine in, but I will.
Yeah, that's one between the county commission and
Okay.
the board, criminal justice board. Well, thank you. I hope I didn't take up too much of your time.
No, that's what we're here for, is to, yeah.
I thank you for the lunch break, too.
Better thank me, they weren't going to do it.
You mean you might not have got lunch if we hadn't got lunch?
Yeah. All right. Thank you all very much.
Thank you. Next item on the agenda, William Hawkins, West Virginia, Your Way presentation.
Thank you. Well, I'm going to show you something of the sighting a little bit here. But I wanted, first off, I've met a couple of you, I think, it was both of you I met there at the conference?
Yeah.
Okay. Did you see the site ending yourself? Did you see how the West Virginia Your Way worked? You recall? Were you in the board meeting?
Yeah.
Okay, because that's where we did the presentation at the board. I was just asking so I know who knows what. One thing is what we did is we went to first with Monroe County, and if anybody heard what Donnie Evans had to say about what we had done in Monroe County, and if you hadn't, I just happened to bring a letter. So here's the letter.
Thank you.
I'll just give you a second to read that. In a nutshell, what we do is we have a patent pending how the site works. We take what we do, we get everything in the county found. We started this business actually quite a few years ago, and we would go to business. We have hotels around the state that would use this as a concierge service, online concierge service. Places like the Hatfield McCoy Trails, for example, they would use it and so we can find things for people. But what we're running into is what everybody else runs into, is how do you get everybody to participate? And so we knew what we really had in our hands to get the participation to get everything found. So we went to Monroe County this past summer, as you can read by the letter there. And what we did was we went to Monroe County and we put everything in the county that could be found the very first time somebody looks for it on West Virginia Your Way. We put all the businesses on there. We put all the churches on there. We put all the historical markers. We put everything with tourism. We put all the lodging, all the restaurants. We put all the government information. We put everything that could possibly be found is what we put on the site. And we did that. We gave everybody what we call enhanced listings. They have a picture. They have the phone number. They have the email address. They have the address. They have links to websites. And what we do is, and I'm sure there's existing websites here, so we link to those sites. So those sites can be found more often based on what people need. I'm going to, if you don't mind, I'm going to go ahead and call the site up here and just show you quick how how it works and what we did in Monroe County. And just give me a second. I could have done this by having a screen and everything else, but I figured if I did it that way, it would take more time. I didn't want to do that. And what I already did was I went ahead and I called the site up here already, so we don't have to go through the whole thing. Can you see it over there? Okay. Here's the top of the home page. So if you notice what we have right now business directory, tourism, lodging, restaurants, and events. And so if somebody comes here and say they click on the business heading, what that's going to do is going to take them to here. And you notice what we do is we actually list the types of businesses with the service by what they provide, the services they provide. But we go beyond that because we came down here, for example, child resources. If you click on the word child resources, then we list all the resources they would have. You see after school program, daycare, development screening, early childhood programs on the resource network, Head Start, and on and on, parental education. So we work with the Family Resource Network to get this information here. We go on down here and like the churches. So it's the types of churches, also the types of ministries a church might have. So it has a youth group, has a widow support group, all those things. We can also put that in here. Somebody's looking at that information, they can find it. We went down here and actually on this one I'm going to search for Baptist and Nazarene. Under the child resources, I'm going to search for daycare, early childhood program, and parent education. Then went down to construction. And I'm going to search for two things, a crane service and plumbers. You know how hard it is to find plumbers. We're going to find that. And then we came down here and under county government, I went ahead and searched for everything. The 911, the assessor, county commissions, sheriff's office, tax office, everything under that. So what I did was, since I'd already gone ahead and did the search, you then come down and you can search by the region of the state by clicking on the map here. And that way, you search for like I said, the region. Right now, we're getting ready to do the region a little bit different, but we did it the way tourism did through the state. Or you can search by county. So I click on county, this comes up, and since we did this in Monroe County, I want to show you what the results were. So we did a search, and here is an enhanced listing. Everything gets an enhanced listing, what we call the enhanced listing. Everything gets the photo, the description. Right there is the phone number, the address, email. Click on visit site. Her webpage opens up in a brand new window. We also give the add to itinerary. We give written directions how to get to these places. So there is your daycare center. There is a crane service. Right here is the keyword that's found in there. So there's your crane service. Here's a church. Here's a plumber. And you go on down here, and you notice that we find everything. There's more of your plumbers, plumbing contractors and such. We go on down here. There's a Baptist church. We keep on going. There's one of your counterparts, one of the county commissioners. You guys probably know Shane Ashley down there. There is a listing for him. Here is the Bill Miller, the other county commissioner. There's another one of the county commissioners. And as you go on down here, you notice what we're doing is we actually find everything. So that's what we do. There is the county clerk, that we get all that actually wrote the letter there with the county commission. And there's more information on us. In other words, we find everything. If you click on visit site, we go to the Monroe County site. And it goes to the exact page on the site that has the information the person's looking for. So that's how we did it for those. Now if I did a whole different search, I'd find everything else, just what I'm interested in. I'm going to go all the way to the bottom on here, and you notice we're still finding the churches. We didn't find anything we weren't interested in. You find just what you're interested in, you're guaranteed to. You also can search more than one thing at a time to find precisely what you're interested in. I went over and I did a search for tourism. We did it for tourism, and I still ask people this. I said, how many tourism-related places do you think there are in Monroe County? And I was told between 15 and 25. And I had one person said, no, there's a lot more than that, there's at least 30. So what I did was I went here and I hit the select all button. And it selects all the tourism keywords. I then went down, since like I said, we did this in Monroe County, and I searched by Monroe County. And then with the results, now remember they said 15, 25. Here's the results. These are what we found. Cemeteries, for example. People are looking for cemeteries. People are looking for waterfalls. People are looking for historical markers. People are looking for a lot more things than just what we traditionally think of as tourism. But you notice there's a lot more than 15 or 25 here. There's a ton of stuff. We even have a bank on here. People say, well, why would the bank go to tourism? Because banks have ATM machines. And people are looking for ATM machines when they're in an area they're not familiar with. But everything you saw there, that's halfway. And if I went down over here and I scroll down the rest of the way, you see there's just a ton of stuff to be found here in the area. So that's how the site works. Any question about that? Okay. I'll step back over here. Pass it over. Actually, I have one. If you want one, I've got an extra for you. And what this does, this just goes through and it talks about what we do and how we do it and such. What we do is by promoting the county. Now, we promote the county more than just right here. If we wanted to, we'd get on there and show that we do the Facebook page. We do a Pinterest page. And we do when we do that, we put this stuff on here by the county for one thing. We also put it by the types of things people are interested in. So last time I looked, we had over 20,000 read-ins off of just the Pinterest page. We do the same thing for the counties here. So as we get these pictures and such, we promote more than just on Western Your Way. We also, like I said, promote through the Pinterest. And incidentally, since we've had the Humane Society here, my wife takes care of the Pinterest page for us because that's what she likes to do. And so she has we even have things about rescue, dog rescue, things like that, that we also put a lot of pictures on there because of that. Wishing history of things, businesses, it doesn't matter what it is, we put a lot of things on there that goes beyond just what people normally think. But the idea here is that you have the ultimate resource. If there's information here in the county, we get it found. This has never been done before by anybody else. We have, like I said, a patent pending on how the search works, and that's why we're able to do this. The way we do it is we go out and we actually speak to all the businesses. And it's a face-to-face meeting in just about as much as we can. Some people like, for example, plumbers, people like that you really can't find an office for, then we'll be calling them on the phone and give you information that way. But that's what we did in Monroe County so that we could do the entire county. Also, give you an idea, I drove 2,300 miles just in Monroe County as we did this because to find you go up on these back roads and you find old schoolhouses, you find cemeteries, you find a lot of things just off these back roads that most people don't know about. And the interesting thing, even people that have been born and raised in Monroe County, they were saying that there's all kinds of things there in their own county they didn't even know about. Because we're used to driving the roads we drive, but we don't want to get off on these back roads sometimes. So we do all that. And the thing is also that when we did all this, as you saw by the letter there, they got a lot more than what they thought there was there. Everybody, they get more than what they were expecting. The interesting thing is, I was in a meeting one day with the county commission as we were going over, I was getting a report on how we were going, and I didn't expect this, I didn't know this, but the county assessor came in. And he said, I want to tell you something about what these people are doing. So first thing I do is like, uh-oh, did we do anything wrong? And he said, I want to let you guys know this has been tremendous for us. He said, these people have found businesses we didn't know existed. He said, I don't know how much I could add to our tax base. He said, but it's going to add a little bit to it, at least that way. I made the mistake of telling that little story to the Roriton Club there, and I got a tongue-in-cheek boo for that one. But anyway, we get all the information found. Some of the things, if you had been in that board meeting, whenever Donnie Evans got up and kind of said about how well it was doing down there, one of the things that he said was they've got a lot of positive feedback, especially from the businesses, because now this is something they can see that things are being done for them as well. And they have a tool there that doesn't even cost them anything. Now, if a business wants to pay extra, we'll give them an opportunity to do that, obviously. But we don't go out trying to make sales with anybody. We give them what the options are. Because what everybody gets is what you saw there, plus they get 3 keywords. Those keywords are those check boxes. That just comes with the deal. They don't have to get more than that, but sometimes they do because it helps them on the site and such. This is also something that's we're doing around the state. I've already have the other counties obviously interested in doing this and such. Development offices trying to find the money to put this together. Now the good thing about being Doddridge County is, as you guys well know, one of the smaller counties in the state, as far as when it comes to business especially. So what you're probably wondering is, what does this cost? And to be quite honest with you, when the ride did this, drew this up, I was surprised by how little it actually was. But the reason why it is little like that is because the way we base this on our formula is based on the number of businesses according to 2012 census that are in the county. There you go. So since there are, according to the U.S. Census Bureau, 66 businesses, those are employee-type businesses, and we're going to find more than that. It's not that people are hiding from you. It just means that there's a business out there that don't have employees. We're going to get them all found. And we have, usually is almost 100% participation. In Monroe County, they have a large Mennonite Amish community there. Some of them didn't want to be on there for religious purposes. And then the other people that didn't want to be on there were the ones that were retiring. So we had a total of 9 businesses down there that did not want to be part of the service. Monroe County, if I recall, had 276 businesses according to the Census Bureau. And I think we found, I don't know exactly how many we found, but it was well over close to 400. The price down there, you see the third paragraph down, that is what the price would be according to the formula. But what we're doing is, because we are wanting to go ahead and move forward with this, and we were actually going to knock off $900 off that price. So the price of this for the entire county, and we do all the work. We do come in, we work with people here and everything, obviously, to get to, so we make sure their stuff is being found properly. But it would be $10,732 to do all this. And I know that's real low. You're probably thinking you see that, but because we know how long it's going to take us to do that, we know all the logistics for doing it, the promotion, everything else we have to do, and this will actually pretty much take it down to almost a cost for what we're doing here. Because what we want to do is we want to go ahead and get started as quick as possible. Obviously, I don't know what the whole situation is, but that's one reason why we're able to keep that price so low. There is also nothing, we can still work with things. We can talk and discuss a few things if you want to. But do you have any questions right now?
I'm good.
Assuming this was per year,
No, actually,
this
it's
is a
not.
one-time,
This is what it would cost the initial time to do it. After that, what comes in, we have what we call a renewal fee. And because what we do is we maintain the information. It's not like we get the information and we leave. What we do is we maintain it. So if there's a new business comes in, we get that information. If something goes out, we take that off. So it's going to be maintained throughout the year. Because of that, what that does is it brings we have, like I said, renewal. Whenever I met with a lot of the people up there at the conference, that everybody was interested in, they all wanted to do it. And the thing that surprised me was they said, can we do something about that renewal fee though? Because the renewal fee was a whole lot less. And that's what surprised me. So what I do is I give everybody options now. And I'd have to look at this to see exactly what it is. But the renewal fee, if you guys wanted, we could pay you 25% of what we would make in the county here the next year. And if that's the case, then the renewal fee is right around $4,000. However, a little bit more than that actually. But if you didn't want to do the 25% of whatever we might make as far as the profits and such, then the renewal fee, if I recall, was $22.50 for the next year. But what we're trying to do now is we're wanting to get the other counties on here and such. For this price, since it is as low as it is, we actually were hoping that you guys might be able to do something before the next year and such. Because if you could, then we just come up here and get everything this county found and get it on there. The quicker it's on there, then also helps you because chronology-wise, that's one way things are ranked on the site, whoever gets on with us first. And so that would give Doddridge County an advantage over the other counties, especially here in the region. But there is, and we can also work with the renewal fee because what we're wanting to do is, like I said, is move forward with this. And so we don't want anything really to stand in the way, to be honest with you.
Do you wish to take any questions from the
Sure, I'll take any questions. Yes, ma'am.
I'm a little confused. Are you kind of doing like an online yellow pages of the county?
It goes well beyond that. Yellow Pages, they can't do this.
I was just trying to figure out
It
some
would-
way to,
Yeah, if you want to think of it as online Yellow Pages, you can think of that, but it goes beyond the businesses. If I could show anybody if they want to see how the site works, but they get a lot more information. So, for example, one of the things that's on there, some of you might be familiar with, anybody who's ever been to Monroe County, one of the tourist attractions is a Cheese and More store. It's a Mennonite store there. And so what he did was he actually took like 5 keywords. We have a picture of the place, we have a 75-word description of what's in that store, we have the phone number for the store. The store actually has an email, so we have the email for the store. They don't have a website. So I believe what we do with this one is the West Virginia Extension Office, because they don't have a commission, there's a bureau there in Monroe County, we link to the Extension Office that has like a tourism site. We link to that site so if somebody wants more information, they can find more information. So we end up linking to like the existing sites that are in the area a lot more than like one link. There ends up being sometimes close to 100 links to these sites, especially the travel sites, things such as that, because a lot of these, like historical markets, don't have a site of their own, so we link to those sites. But it goes beyond it, like I said, it's all the government information, it is organizations. One of them, when I was had my lunch at the Beehive, I discovered you guys have an organization here called Eat Clampus Virus. Well, we can put that in there also. So it's organizations, it's Humane Society, it's the Lions Club, it's the churches, it's literally everything. And somebody asked when the county commission said, when are you going to be completely finished? We're never completely finished because we keep on maintaining it. We keep on finding more and more things. There gets a point where we have got about everything in the county, but we keep on adding to it.
We have been in the process of developing a website, and we're looking for someone to maintain it now. And we've been taking resumes and stuff for that. Would this link to that website?
Yes, we'll link to that website. Is it like a tourism site?
It's a government site.
Government site? Yeah.
It would have everything about the courthouse and then link out.
Yeah, if you wanted to, I could show you on there. It's like, because Monroe County has a very good site that as well. And so what we do is, if you click on, for example, Shane Ashton, County Commissioner, it takes you to the page that talks about Shane Ashton, County Commissioner. You click on 911, it'll take you, click on that on the business site. It's going to take you to the page on their site about 911. Sheriff's Office, Tax Office, all the way through. So it takes you to a specific page of the site. So yeah, that way people can find more information.
You
Yes.
said something about a $4,000. Now, how do you come up with that?
We came up with that because first off, there's travel cost. So we have to come back into an area and such. So we build a travel cost into that. There's also a little bit of the marketing, because we're going to be marketing in the area. One way we like to market is we don't like to necessarily put a lot of money into television ads, because there's hundreds of channels now, and you got a remote, you got TiVo and everything else. So what we try to do, we try to put it back in the community through sponsoring, like Little League, things at ballparks, things such as that, to put the money back into that. Just let people know to come here. And speaking of which, what else we do is we have information, 10 cards. A lot of the 10 cards, and I actually have some with me, a lot of the 10 cards, what we do with those is and this is our 10 card. A lot of these go around and go in hotel rooms, for example, around the state. There's lots of runs in Beckley and some Buchanan, those areas there, different ones around. they put this in their rooms. And so what we do is we give these to each business. And everybody goes out here, we just give them to them. We also give them a stack of information cards. And the information cards are about the size of a business card. And I'm not sure if I have, they look like my business card actually, but they'll have the picture on here, what's in your way stuff, and so we give, each business gets about 50 of these. So that's part of what we do. And then also, what we do is we have somebody who calls the people up to see, is there any changes? Anything, you know, some calls, sometimes winter hours are different than summer hours, things such as that, so we actually have people that call to make sure everything is up to date and stuff. So it's a lot of work we do, and we continue to do it. That's part of what we do to maintain all this.
Yes, how many counties are signed into this right now?
Monroe County was the first, and right now, that's one reason why we're offering a discount, why I said we want to go ahead and get like the second one. We have counties that are interested in, well, several counties interested in doing it, and we're doing follow-ups with them. Trying to find out exactly what's going on with, like Webster County, for example. I met with them and such. The CBB there, the Chamber of Commerce, they said they want to help out. They'll do what they got to do, but we don't have a final answer from them. I also spoke with the regional development there, and so they're trying to find it for not only Wetzel, but also Marshall and Ohio counties. There's just got off the phone on the way up here with Mason County, see if we can do a follow-up with them to see what's there, like in their budget and such. Montgomery County, the development office there, they're trying to find ways to come up with the money. Some of the counties don't have the money because they don't have, like Boone County, for example. Boone County is another county that wants to do it, but they just got through laying off half their people. And so they're going through those kind of struggles, but they want to do it. So we're working with different people to see what we can actually come up with for the counties that are lacking some of the funds. But what we're going to do is we're going to make sure that whoever the second one is doesn't spend any more money than the next person. In other words, we're going to make sure that they come out ahead on this, because that's what we're trying to do. We're trying to get this pushed on to get more counties. There's more counties. Summers County, I meet with them again next week. They told me they want me to come back. They want to do it for next year, but like I said, we don't. If we can, we're going to give somebody a really sweet deal. If we don't have to wait till next year. If we have to wait next year, we will. But that's why we're getting ready. That's why we're giving people a really good deal right now. Any other questions?
Is the price that you quoted is the 11,632 minus the 900? Is that proportional to the size of the county?
Yeah, it's based.
So a big county, the fee would be.
Big county, the fee is going to be a lot more.
Yeah, okay.
Matter of fact, I can give you a couple of examples of what it would end up being in some of the counties. Let's see. Well, for example, Marshall County. Go over here with the Marshall County. Excuse me. Marshall counties would be $64,576 for Marshall. Webster County, I believe, is right around 40-some thousand. I think, I'm not sure, Kanawha County is something like hundreds of thousands because it's a lot more work. We put the people in there. It's a formula based on. So what it is, it's actually proportional. It's fair for everybody.
Right.
So that's how we do that.
Okay.
Any other questions?
I think what I would like to do is put this on the agenda for the next meeting, and we can decide. I'd like a couple of weeks to think about it and study it. So Beth, if you would put this on the agenda for the next meeting. I mean, it's up to you whether you want to attend our next meeting or not. But
I'll attend.
Now, once the initial fee is paid, and then they pay $4,000 a year.
It wouldn't be that much.
Yeah, but then any of these businesses that you call up, that fee is the only fee that
Yeah.
There is, they don't pay a fee or.
No, they don't pay a fee, they don't pay
Just
anything.
from the county.
Here's the only way a business would actually pay something. And it's like I told you about the cheese and more store, when I mentioned them. What we do is we go in, we tell them what we're doing, the counties, and by the way also, I've got the Monroe County gave us a very good letter, so we go out there because there's going to be questions. People are going to be thinking, well, somebody should have ripped us off. And so what Donnie Evans, gave his phone number, so if anybody had any questions, they could call him. He said he got some calls from people just to make sure it was legit, which was fine with us because that's what we want to happen. We want people to feel comfortable with it. So then what happened is we go in there, we show them that letter, tell them who we are, what we're doing, tell them that this doesn't cost them anything, and it doesn't cost them anything. Because what we're doing is just get the information. We do all, like I said, all the work, we actually put all the information in, we maintain it, we update everything else. And then what happens though is as I do this, I say you get 3 keywords. Now if you want more than 3 keywords, you get more than 3 keywords. It's $50 a year for every keyword above 3, but you don't have to. What happened, for example, the Cheese and More store, or you might have seen the daycare center on there, they wanted more keywords. Because the more keywords you have, the more chance you have of being found. Plus, the keywords describe what your business does. And if somebody's looking for what that business does, you find a business not based on a name or guesswork, you find it based on what you need. And so when they do that, that causes them to be higher. You saw the daycare center appear first when we did that first search because she actually had a total of 8 keywords. She bought 5 extra keywords, which was $250 for the entire year. But that's totally up to them. We don't push. As a matter of fact, we don't expect people to get keywords, extra ones the first time around. The second, third time, as they see the value of it and everything else, then we expect them if they want to. But there's no pressure sell on them. There's nothing like that. As they don't, matter of fact, I told you, Brandon, a few people that didn't want to participate because of religious reason, whatever, that was fine too. We're going to find that information out. To find out they don't want the information on there, we don't put it on there. So it's really simple. Any other questions?
Is this price good through the next meeting?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I'll make sure the price is good to the next meeting.
Okay.
All right. By the way, when is that next meeting?
2 weeks from today, then 4
2 weeks?
2 weeks.
Oh, at 4 o'clock?
Mhm.
Okay. Well, thank you very much. Well, appreciate your time. I think I put my glasses someplace. There they are. That's what I get for being nearsighted.